Besides the specific... Jesus. We all know that we're spending way too much time on our phones, and I bet that you've also probably seen The Social Dilemma. However, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. This is no Netflix ad whatsoever. When you have seen it, you will probably want to reduce your screen time, which is why you're all here. So welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsten, and if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and like this video, and I'm about to give you some serious tips. The past few weeks, I've noticed myself that my screen time has been increasing and increasing and increasing. And how exactly did that happen, and how can I stop it? Because I am sick and tired of spending 4 hours a day on my phone, whereas I could be doing much more fun things and probably also do some studying. So why should you reduce your screen time? Well, 1, because of the same reason, you just spend a lot of time that you could be spending on something else. 2, eye strain. 3, there's a possible relationship between depression and social media use, and especially among teenagers. But even if you're 35, you might want to reduce your screen time. Depending on who and what you're following and what you're watching on social media, it definitely influences you in some way. 4, your screen, phone, TV, whatever emits blue light, and that is definitely messing up our circadian rhythm, which normally supports us falling asleep. However, if you're spending the past hour before going to bed on your phone, this definitely influences your ability to fall asleep quickly and also the quality of sleep that you're getting. So now that you know and have been reminded of why you should reduce your screen time, let's get into those tips. First of all, open the screen time settings. See how much time you're actually spending on your phone, and also how much time you're spending on different specific apps, such as social media in most cases. Those apps are your weaknesses. Mine is for sure Instagram, but maybe yours is LinkedIn, or maybe you are addicted to checking your email. So the next step is to set time limits for those apps that you think you're spending way too much time on and you could definitely do without, or at least a bit less. And depending on how high your screen time is, you can set the limit of maybe an hour. You can maybe start by decreasing your time just by 15 minutes a day. So if you're now spending an hour and a half on Twitter, make that an hour and 15 minutes. And after a couple of days, or maybe a week, or maybe already 2 days, you can reduce that to an hour. You can just keep on reducing your use up until you think that you can definitely not make it any less. Personally, I have a time limit set for Instagram, Facebook, which I actually deleted 2 days ago, so not Facebook anymore, but Instagram and Snapchat, and I cannot spend any more than an hour and a half on these apps, which I have been doing the past weeks, but I'm trying to get back to that 1.5 hour max. Besides the specific app limitations, you can also set time limits. So for example, I cannot open basically any app before 8 a.m. and after 9 a.m. everything is shut down as well. So try to see what works for you and what you really want to improve. I mean, if it doesn't work for you to put it at 8 a.m. but you know that you really should, then definitely do that. If someone from Apple is watching this, the only thing that I'm missing is that you cannot set, or as far as I know, you cannot set limits in the middle of the day, because for example, between 1 and 3, I get super distracted and I want to set myself a limitation on Instagram, but I can't. So if you're watching, if you've done all the limitations and tracking your screen time, I think that you're already doing an amazing job, but there is more that you can do. Because every time that screen lights up and you can see that you have a message from who knows who, you're distracted. You want to pick up your phone, and that is not what we're here for today. So switch off your notifications. I literally have no notifications for anything except for a call, obviously, but it just makes me really anxious whenever I see that I have a message and like I cannot really read what is in there, or only the first 3 words. And especially if you're dating someone and you have that someone who texts you and you're like, oh my god, what does it say? Like, you get distracted and like, no, I just want to get my work done. And it has made a huge difference in not just my screen time, but also my mental health. You can always just check it out and see what it does for you, or that it's just apparently maybe not the right thing for you. Especially in families, it can be super disturbing if someone at the dinner table is using their phone. So it might be a good idea to set phone-free zones in your house. You can decide that the dinner table is a phone-free zone. You can even maybe say that the entire living room is a phone-free zone, or just set your time limits again, but then in real life, saying during dinner, no phone, during breakfast, no phone, if we're having our coffee moment, no phone. And especially setting a phone-free bedroom is a very good idea because apparently, first thing in the morning, partners first look at their phones before they even look at their partner, which is quite sad. Back to the screen time settings, take a look at how often you pick up your phone. And this also has got to do with the notifications because you will pick up your phone less when the notifications are turned off. In case you're wondering what the actual tip here is, it really is just looking and feeling embarrassed because that helps me because it is just really awkward. Then last but not least, delete some of your apps. As I mentioned before, I recently deleted Facebook, not because I was using it that much, but because when I don't really have anything to do, I just scroll and that doesn't make sense at all. So open your phone, see all the apps that you have there and think, be honest with yourself, which app do I really need? Which app sparks me joy? To Marie Kondo your phone. And even if it is just for a while, it might be a nice challenge to see, can I actually live without that app on my phone? And how do I feel? How do I even feel that it might terrify me? And especially in that case, if it terrifies you, I think it is a good idea to maybe detox from your phone a little bit, or at least from that app. Those are my tips on how to reduce your screen time. I hope that they have been useful, and definitely put some other tips in the comments below because I must have forgotten some, and just try it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I see you next week for a new video.
On a besoin de stabilité et de retrouver ses racines.